Asari Dokubo has entered another trouble. I'm sure a lot of us are aware about this foreign degree certificates that Nigerian government is trying to ban, especially from most of these African countries, Benin Republic, is it Togo, and some other African countries. At least I remember Benin Republic and Togo. I think, yeah, which is still Cotonou. One thing is that aside Dokubo, we always hear that he built a university in, I think, in Benin Republic. Yeah, he built a university, and of course, he's been restless. He has been restless. We don't know the particular universities, but I'm sure the reason why he's not at peace is that, of course, he knows that his own university might be affected, because anybody that goes to his school, well, of course, bringing that degree from that particular school is going to affect his this thing, and his reputation will be dented. And one thing is that the Nigerian government must make sure that they specify those universities, because if you just say, oh, those countries, that means we are saying automatically, or they are saying automatically, that all the certificates or all the schools in those countries are not genuine. They have to separate it and specify it. It's just like the issue of Tinubu. Nobody's going to say, oh, certificate from the US. There's a particular school where Tinubu even has problem. Whether it's being settled convincingly to the Nigerian people is a different thing. The school was mentioned, or is still at the forefront, because when you hear about forgery, what goes to people's mind is Chicago State University. So using maybe some few schools to paint other schools in that same country, but that is where the problem is, because very soon some of those people in that country will be, or maybe the government of that country or those countries will not be happy, because now it's like a general statements. It's just like when you talk about Nigeria, nobody wants to know whether it is A that committed an offense or B that committed an offense, but what you come up with is that oh, Nigerians are this, Nigerians are not truthful, and all of that. But the issue of Chicago, everybody can just call the Chicago State University clearly and call it out. This is what it is. This is how it happened. But saying that the university degrees or certificates from United States is not going to happen. So this is the reason why the Nigerian government or Ministry of Education in Nigeria, they have to specify those schools that are having problems. If not, the whole country will be in a mess. Will be in a big mess. And for the fact that Asari Dokubo'S is not in the good book of APC and Tinubu, you know what that means. You should know why he's so restless. Why he's so restless. And we are hearing in that particular Benin Republic, they just said, oh, you can get a degree certificate in 6 weeks. Who does that? So which particular school is doing that? Because we still have the same thing. We have some schools that are not even accredited, or some that are not even genuine, or they are not. They are just fake schools, even here in Nigeria. So it is not a matter of a Benin Republic or some other countries that they are parading here and there. Also, even in the UK too, that you see that people always talk about the quality of education coming from the UK or from the UK universities. That does not mean we don't have mushrooms and fake schools as well, which they most of the time they always boast them. I remember even in Nigeria, but that is something I think recently again, the University Commission also in Nigeria, they have cancelled some schools, about 30 something, even here only in Nigeria, about 30 something universities or schools that they are not genuine, or whether they have not been accredited. So when you are talking about that, you cannot just say, oh, the old school in Nigeria, that they are not genuine. So it is. So for the fact that they are not talking about the specific schools in those countries, that Nigerian government saying they're not going to be accepting those certificates from those schools, they need to specify it. And that's the reason why Asari too is not resting well. He's not having peace, because it's going to be a bad business at that. So it has to be well resolved. We know the fracas between him and Tinubu, just because he couldn't get what he wanted. We now see that their love they are professing for themselves. That love or those loves are just a fake. They're not genuine. We now know the brain behind the support and defending and doing all manner of things and all of that. I remember the last time that they tried to settle the case of Tinubu at the Supreme Court. He didn't go. But the first and second one, all those things, he was always going with his boys. Why is it that he has not gone? He has not come out to defend Tinubu. Now he's singing a different song. He's singing a different song concerning Tinubu. So also MC Oluomo. What brought them together? It is evil that brought them together. It is bad company that brought them together, and now they cannot. You can't sustain what is bad. Evil cannot thrive over good. Never. And that is why he will not have peace of mind, because that is where he really invested. You know, a lot of people have really come for him, that instead of them to make sure that they invest in Nigeria, no, they won't do that. What they will do is to go and invest outside the country. And now he done the purge. He done the purge. See the way it is coming. So guys, let's say your opinion on this and have your take.